Well, you know, when I interviewed with Jeremy before I got hired on, he asked me what my 5-year plan was, and I told him CEO. So we'll see how it goes. We're heading to Arlene's house in Murray. She doesn't have heat right now. It says that the unit keeps shutting off and on, so we'll go do an evaluation on the system and see what's going on with it. My name's Cameron Howell. I'm a HVAC service tech for Any Hour Services. How's it going? You Barry?
Yeah.
Barry, I'm Cameron.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Just so you know what to expect from me, I'll do a thorough evaluation of the furnace. I'll obviously address the initial issue. Anything out of spec, dirty that might need attention, I'll bring it to your attention.
All right.
I'll get in there and see what we can figure out. First thing I like to do, since it's already running, is take a temperature split of the return air temperature and the supply air temperature. To me, it seems like it's running a little hot. Could be a cleanliness issue, could be an air restriction, could be a lot of things. So I'm gonna pull this coil apart. Barry, if you wanna sneak over here, I can show you. So it should look similar to this. See how that's like nice and clean? Yeah. These are your fins and your air passes through it. And yours is
totally dirty.
So let's write you up some options to get some things done on it. We just went over the options with Arlene and Barry. What's going on with the furnace is this coil up here is super bluffed, so it's restricting the airflow, causing the high limit to trip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the burners and clean them up, rinse them out, and then we're gonna get some chemical on that coil and clean all the buildup off of it. So. That, my friend, is pretty much cleaned up now. All right, so we're all done. We cleaned the evap coil and we pulled and rinsed the burners. I just got it back up and running and took a temperature split of the supply air temperature to the return air temperature. And we're at about 50 degrees, which beforehand it was about 72 degrees. So we're good to go now.
Well, thank you for coming out.
No, thanks for having me.
A lot of people say they come out a certain time and you wait for days and then you cross them off your list. You know,
yep, we're pretty punctual, so.
And I like the way she called up and said you'd be here in half an hour, and you were. Yeah, that's good.
Good. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys. Thank you. We just finished up at Arlene's house. We did evap coil cleaning and pulled and rinsed the burners on our furnace. It was in pretty rough shape. Got that all taken care of though. Now we are heading to Clearfield. Just another customer without heat. So we're gonna go evaluate the situation and see what we can figure out for them. How's it going? Good, are you Arnold?
Yes.
I'm Cameron. Just here to look at the furnace. It's a little chilly in here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sometimes it just, or it's not keep going.
It just stops. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a thorough evaluation of it and I'll see what's going on. So this is really reading really weak. You can see all the burn marks on it, all the carbon buildup. That doesn't allow the flame to hit it right, so it doesn't record or send the correct voltage back to this control board. So we need to replace this for sure. All good.
The flame is good, dude.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we want, is a nice blue flame. All right, Arnold. Have a good day.
Be safe, okay?
Yep, you too. Thank you. Sometimes they're quick and easy like that, you know? So we just left Arnold's house. Arnold's flame sensor was not reading properly. We replaced the flame sensor for him and got him back up and running. Now we're heading over to Roy to meet with Kevin. Kevin says the furnace isn't working, so we'll see what's going on and see if we can get him back up and running too. So what seems to be going on?
I heard a loud, like a squealing sound coming from the vent, and then it was blowing out cold air yesterday. And it was not even working.
Okay, that's just great. So what's going on here is the blower motor is not working like it should. So we're actually not even blowing really hardly any air at all. The blower's barely spinning. So we're gonna eventually trip the high limit on this one and the furnace will shut off. So I'm gonna pull the blower motor out and see what it looks like. See all that moist? It's all oil. This motor is no good anymore. The seal has pretty much exploded on this one. Blower wheel has a lot of buildup here on the fins. So we need to address that so it can actually throw air like it should. We checked the heat exchanger out. The heat exchanger looks great for the age of the unit, at least. So we're gonna go talk to Kevin and see what he wants us to do. So it's still running, but it's just kind of going, it's barely even spinning. So we need to replace that blower motor. Let me write up some options on this and then we'll kind of go from there. Cool? All right, so I'm gonna put the furnace back together. We've got a bad blower motor on this furnace, and Kevin wants to get a supervisor out here to look at maybe replacing the whole furnace rather than investing a whole bunch of money into this furnace, which is about 34 years old. So that's what we're gonna do. Cool, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good one. So we're heading over to a house in Roy where we had some of our HVAC installers at. One of our installers left the jacket, so we're gonna head over and pick up the jacket so that they can get it back because it's cold. Before that, we were at Kevin's house. Kevin has a bad blower motor, so he chose to get a supervisor involved so that we can maybe look at replacing the whole furnace rather than investing a whole bunch of money into the existing 30-year-old furnace. So we are headed to Layton right now. Another customer says the furnace is kicking on and off. So we'll go do another evaluation and see what's going on with it. How's it going?
Oh,
What?
stupid heater. I have to come down here and turn it off.
Turn it back on and it'll kick on.
Not all the time. It'll start blowing out cold air, but then it'll try to ignite, and if it doesn't work in 3 times, it just quits.
Okay. We just got done talking to Georgia. We're gonna go ahead and pull and rinse these burners and replace the flame sensor and then kind of just do an overall wipe down of this portion of the cabinet, and then we'll get our heat back up and running. So, flame sensor, check. My frozen wipes, check. Look at that guy. Couldn't even see the letters on it. So we're all done. We just replaced the flame sensor and cleaned up all the burners down here. So now they basically look brand new now. So we already got heat back up and running. All right, you guys stay warm, just in case this thing breaks again. Just kidding. Have a good night. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so we just left Georgia's house. Georgia's furnace wasn't heating, so we pulled and rinsed the burners and replaced the flame sensor. Got her back up and running. She's happy. Now we're headed to Clinton to go see Margie, doing a furnace tune-up. So we're down here, we're gonna do the tune-up. I'm gonna go through all these 29 points of inspection.
Okay.
And really just take it from factory to where it is now, and then kind of let you know where everything is. You know, if you want to take care of anything that might be going on with it now, we can.
Okay.
If not, obviously there's no obligation. This is just kind of just let you know what's
But it's
going
good
on.
to know.
Right.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's not that bad.
It's pretty good. One of the better filters I've seen.
Yeah.
This thing's probably going to be happy to have that thing out. I can breathe. So I always like to note that stuff too. The filter's plugged. Pretty good shape. It could probably use an overhaul cleaning to get some of this dust, but I've honestly seen them way, way worse than that. This is also only 6 years old, where I don't think we touched a furnace today that wasn't over 16 years old, which is pretty old. I would say this is in pretty good shape. It was nice meeting you guys. Have a good night. Oh, no problem. Okay, have a good night. Thanks, Margie. Okay, so we just finished up at Margie's. We did the tune-up and everything looked good. We got another happy customer. Overall today, I think went excellent. I think today was a great day. We were able to take care of a lot of customers. We were able to diagnose and fix a lot of problems. So definitely a win-win-win for today. All right, thanks for riding along. Catch you later.